Well, hi everyone. Today is the 26th of June. It is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just finished a video walking along the Beltline West to the Allen. And where you see that runner and that car turning down there, that's where we walked down. But I'm on my way home, so I thought, why not just pick up this video, I guess a part 2. And this video we're going to be walking along all residential. It's a beautiful neighborhood that we're walking along. The homes here are pretty darn nice, I have to say. We're at McNichol Parkette, Elm Ridge Circle. It is very humid out today. It's quite overcast, so the sun is not beaming, which I'm thankful for. Now, I may at some point have taken you down this way once before, but I think it might have been when I used to have a chest mount that hosted my camera. I don't think it worked very well. I haven't forgotten. I know a request was made at the type of equipment I use. I haven't forgotten that, but I want to get the specifics down, and I have to look at the information. So I can't just, freely say what it is, because I don't know what the, model number, that kind of stuff. But yeah, when I first started recording, I did several videos with a chest mount. So it's like a strap where the camera is placed, and the strap rests on your chest, and the camera sort of rests in the middle of your chest. So the beauty of that is you have two free hands, which is nice. But the challenge I was having was the audio wasn't coming through. And I couldn't angle the camera ever. Or I couldn't turn the camera without turning my body. So it was sort of awkward, I guess. But the worst part was the audio. So I don't know how many videos I did that we ended up turfing because they were kind of useless. So then we got the gimbal. And the gimbal hosts the camera. And it does allow me to angle the camera up, like so, and angle it down. Except I find when I angle it down, you can hear that buzzing sound. See that? And I'm not sure why that is. But I will try and remember that in my next video that I get the facts about the equipment that I use. We're coming up to Bathurst. I can see the streetlights from here. I don't think you can, but that's Bathurst we're coming upon in the next few minutes. So we are effectively walking parallel to the Beltline. The Beltline, I just concluded that video. I walked part of the Beltline going west, and now I'm going east parallel to the Beltline. So streets that are parallel. Oh, there's a nice breeze. Oh, and it's just cooling me right off. That's so nice. Well, that didn't last very long. So primarily this street are single dwelling housing, but once we get to Bathurst, of course, there's a lot of apartment buildings. Some lovely homes here, as you can see. I was coming home the other day along Broadway. I was at Bayview Avenue and I was walking home along Broadway, and for those of you who don't know, I used to live on Broadway Avenue like 100 years ago, and I did a video showing you the apartment buildings that I used to live at way back then. And now 2 of the 3 apartment buildings that I lived at on Broadway Avenue have completely turned to rubble. They've all been demolished. And oh, look at this beautiful hydrangea. Nice. So for those of you who don't know, I probably a month, 2 months ago, I was walking along Broadway, and long story short, I ended up taking home, of course it was I think the project manager of that site, where my apartment building used to be. He took down a parking sign for me that was attached to the building that was probably made in the 50s. If not, no, it would have been earlier than that actually. And that it said, no visitor parking allowed. And it was metal, and it had been there, you know, I moved here in 89, so, and I moved into that apartment building in 89, at least one of the 3 that I lived in. So the very first apartment building had that no visitor parking allowed sign, and he took it down for me and gave it to me. And even before that, I have taken pictures of that street, and I have a video that I've recorded for you guys. I'm very sentimental, clearly, about places I lived. Every time I go back to Calgary, where I was born and raised, I do have family back there. So when I do go back to Calgary, I always visit the places I lived at. So I lived with my family. I lived from 0 to, I think, 15. I lived in Thorncliffe, which was a community in Calgary. And then from 15 until I moved out of the house, I lived with my family in Huntington Hills. And then when I moved out with a girlfriend, I lived in Forest Lawn, I think, yeah, Forest Lawn. And then the second place that I lived at with her was, oh man, I don't even know what the community is called. It was by James Fowler High School on near Center Street, but I don't remember. It wasn't Greenview. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, every single time for the past 30 years when I go back to Calgary, I visit all of those locations. Of course, for the longest time, up until 15 years ago, my mom still lived in the Huntington Hills home. So when we go back to Calgary, we'd stay there. But when I go back to Calgary, every time it's just a ritual that I visit my old haunts. And it feels good. It feels really good to go back and see those homes again and see them still standing. And they look the same. No, no additions. There could have been renovations, but you wouldn't know it from the outside. The exterior looked the same. Okay, we're on Chaplin, Crescent, and Roselawn Avenue. So you know where we're going to go? We're going to cut through this beautiful park. And when I did my last video, when we went down the Beltline going west, there's a section that is not, where the Beltline is not walled by trees, where you can actually see this park. So we're going to go through this park, and I'm debating which way to go here. Do I walk parallel to the Beltline, or should I take a detour? I think for the sake of today's video, I will walk parallel to the Beltline. And those tall buildings that you see in the horizon, that's Young and Eglinton. So you can see cyclists across the way. That is the Beltline going west. So this is great for running. I used to run on tracks like this before I got really serious about running, only because the reason why I stopped was only because it was boring to go round and round and round, especially if you have to clock in distance. So I stopped running tracks like this. Oh, look at the dogs having a good time. I don't know if you can see, there's a golden lab just kind of chilling on the cool grass. And there's some little dogs over here just like, oh wow, playtime. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, now there looks like there's some baseball happening up here. So there's the Beltline. Now, hopefully, I just want to see if these are like quasi-professionals. Look at that dog running. Wow, he was going fast. I don't know if they kind of look like adults and they're in uniform. I mean, I'm probably wrong, just they look tall, so I just assume they're adults, but they could be, teenagers maybe. Oh, look at the dog. Oh, where's the ball? Oh, ball. Hello, ball. Yeah, bringing the ball back to mom and dad. Oh, that's so cute. Now, can I get out here? I wonder. So I just wanted to... Looks like these guys are just practicing right now. I'm pretty sure they're guys. Now, I don't know if I can get out here. Oh, yeah, I'll get out this way. So my husband discovered Cardinal Nest right beside right in our neighbor's yard. They have cedar trees that are right up against our fence, and the birds are right at fence level. Because we've been seeing a lot of cardinal traffic in our backyard, and there's been a particular pattern they've been flying on and or through, and lo and behold, we saw a youngster. We didn't see a nest, but we could tell that the bird was a juvenile, the bird that was in the tree, and we've seen mom and dad come and go. Okay, now we're back on track, walking parallel to the Beltline. And of course, there's a lot of construction up ahead with regard to the crosstown. This is a nice street to drive down. As you can see, it's pretty quiet and it's calm. This is Larry Grossman, Forest Hill Memorial Arena. Oh, there's a bird going right behind where you see that deer photo. There is a nest up there, right behind. I can see a nest. A bird's nest, that is. I do remember 100 years ago coming to this arena to go skating. I don't know, the camera won't pick it up, but I can see those baseball players through the trees there. Looks like they're probably warming up before a game because they're all in uniform. So here you can see the equipment. This is all crosstown equipment. I think I mentioned in my previous video when we were walking on the Beltline, I pointed this building out from behind, and I think I said this building was part of the TTC. I think this was the building I pointed out. I can't recall, but it's clearly not. It's a fire station. Here we're coming up to Eglinton Avenue West. Got across the street here. Oh, look at that house across the way there. Oh my goodness. And there's a balcony, and it's right hugged up against the construction of this crosstown station. Oh dear. I feel for those people. The noise and the dust. Alrighty folks, we've been down this road together before. We've walked along Eglinton when I did the crosstown, so I'm not going to do that again. Thank you very much for joining me. Good time to conclude this video. The camera just blanked out on me. So, as I was saying, this is Boomer Girl walking, signing off, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.